Further amendments to this title? Yes. Gentleman from Georgia.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I actually have two amendments, and the first one I'm sure that you're going to rule non-germane, and I'd like to discuss it briefly, and then I'll withdraw it.
But, Mr. Chairman, I'll reserve a point of order.
Clerk should appoint the non-germane amendment first.
Mr. Chairman, I thank you. I think my colleagues on...
Oh, wait a second. Let's follow the procedure of getting the amendment before us.
Sure.
Do we have the number, please?
I think it's number one, Gingrey number one. Correct.
Yeah. Amendment to the committee point offered by Mr. Gingrey of Georgia.
Without objection, the amendment will be considered as read. The gentlelady for Colorado reserves a point of order, which it appears she may assert. Gentleman from Georgia, Mr. Gingrey, is recognized for 2 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I thank you, and I do intend to withdraw the amendment. I think my colleagues on the other side of the aisle know that I have worked very closely with some of them on HIT, electronic medical records, in particular Mr. Gonzalez from the Small Business Committee, with Chairman Gordon on the Science Committee. And I think, quite honestly, the HIT legislation in the bill is some of the best. But I don't think that there's enough incentive in regard to the grants and everything that's provided to some doctors and some hospitals. There are going to be far, far too many that just simply can't afford the sticker shock of electronic medical records. So this amendment would allow them to expand, would allow us to expand Section 179 of the IRS code so that a group of physicians could take up to $250,000 deduction in the year that they purchase the hardware, software, instructional, whatever package for electronic medical records. And it will expand the amount of money they could write off in a 5-year window to according amount. But again, I think the Ways and Means Committee will probably take up this. I hope that Chairman Stark and Ranking Member Herger will look at it as well. But this basically would say allow physician groups up to $250,000 of a tax deduction in the year that they make the purchase. An individual obviously would not spend that much money, but whatever they spend, $30,000 or whatever, because they may very well not be in line to get those grants that some of the lucky ones will get. So with that, I just want to make sure that all my colleagues understand what I'm trying to do. I think it's a worthy thing. I think that there are way too many physicians that are not going to buy into this because they just can't afford it. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I'll withdraw that amendment.
Gentleman withdraws his amendment.